Welcome to Ty's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 21st, 2025. I got the burps. We're almost close to the 2K25 DLC. We just saw the first look of New Jack. He looks pretty cool. We saw the no disqualification entrance where he brings out a whole bunch of weapons in the ring. Like a trash can full of things, like a shovel, candlestick. He's holding a guitar. I have a question here. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, my question is, the weapons that he brings in, does it stay there? Or do we, when the match starts, do we have to get it from under the apron again? Under the ring again, still? That's my question. Because he brings the weapons in the ring, but do they disappear? Or would it be in the ring, surrounded in the ring, and then you could pick it up and start whacking people? I have no idea. I don't know, it's just because it's his entrance, because we know Sandman, when he comes up with a candlestick and is not there when you start the match. You had to go get it from the outside of the ring. So maybe that's what it is for New Jack as well. But I think it looks pretty cool for New Jack. His model looks cool. I'm waiting for Penta, guys. I'm waiting for Penta to show up, man. The first look of Penta, he could be last because it's the top guy of this whole thing because he's new and he's in the game, and we all thought he would not be in the game. But who thought Jay Cargill would be in 2K24 or CM Punk? They made it to the game, so it wasn't really a surprise that they put Penta in the game. It would be more a surprise if they put Ray Phoenix in there, but they didn't. But Penta will be in the game, and I can't wait to see it. And everybody wants to have Penta, so I think he's going to be last. He might be on Tuesday's first look. And then on Wednesday, we get the DLC. If you guys didn't know, KSI will be dressed up in the Prime Bottle. He will be in the Prime Bottle. Do I care? Not really, because if I want a Prime Bottle, I could win it from the island. Why would I want two Prime Bottles? I never got the Prime Bottle from the island. I think it's kind of dumb for me, because what's the point of it if KSI is going to be dressed up in the Prime Bottle? You can't see his face with the one in the island. But you can see KSI's face when you get him from the DLC. Yeah, I don't really care for that. I'm happy for everybody else. I'm happy for Bull, New Jack, Jordan Grace, and Penta, not KSI. I could care less for KSI. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I watched TNA. I thought it was a pretty decent show. We have new champions. We definitely going to have a new women's champion. Would it be NXT or would it be the TNA Knockouts? But we had new champions. We had a whole bunch of people showed up. We got AJ Styles showed up. I'll tell you guys when he showed up. We got legends showing up. We have a match got made for Bound for Glory. And ladies and gentlemen, we got some NXT stars showing up as well. To start off the show, we got the pre-show. I watched the pre-show. I watched the pre-show for one thing. And that was Zilla Batu. That's why I watched the pre-show. But I had to watch the other two matches because I don't know when Zilla Batu will show up, so I watched the other two matches. So, first match, we got the Knockouts Tag Team titles on the line. Ash and Heather will be defending their titles against Casey Lee and Jessica McKay. The Iconics. I know they're not called that anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, it was an okay match. Of course, the winner of that match, with a lot of help from M and Preston Cassiola, was Ash and Heather getting a win and retain the titles. But we heard that in this week's Impact, we will see, because they said Jesse and Casey says they have friends in higher places, and they're going to try to fare the numbers on Impact. So let's see what happens there. Next we didn't know we were going to get this match. Eric Young and the Northern Armory came out and has a problem with the hometown man. So the hometown man came out and waved a referee to come. So we have this match, Eric Young versus the hometown man. And Eric got distracted by the fans, even the rest of the Armory. They got distracted by the fans. The winner of that match with a roll-up was the hometown man. And he was celebrating with the fans once again, where Eric Young can't attack him. If he does attack a fan, he will be suspended. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Reapville Breakers. Real 1, Zillapot 2, and Josh Bishop versus Steve Macklin, Jake something, and Mance Warner. I don't know why I said Moose. Mance Warner, I thought it was a pretty okay match. It was a 3-minute match, but it was very good. But the winner of that match was Zillapatu's team getting the win. Congrats. Now I know that this Fourth Rope thing is a wrestling promotion with rappers as the owners. I don't know the rappers' names. But yeah, they're a wrestling promotion that I did not know about. They have weird titles. Enzo's holding a $sign one. Like there's $3 I don't know what that one's called. And Zillapatu is the world champion of this promotion. And Josh Bishop is not even holding a title. Now we got the main show. To start off Slammiversary, got Mustafa Ali with his Order 4 to versus Cedric Alexander. I thought it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. Is it better than a WrestleMania match? Maybe not. I think it is. I don't know. It was a good match. But there was a lot of problems for Cedric Alexander with the Order 4. And the Secret Service won't stop getting the face of Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander tried his best to get rid of Jason Hodge, John Skyler, and Tasha Steelz. Tasha Steelz was attacking the ref, poking at her, saying, "You know who I am." The referee kicked her out, but almost at the end of the match, she came back. But Cedric Alexander said, "No, I do a lumbar check on her." And while Cedric was on the ground after he did the lumbar check onto Tasha Steelz, Mustafa Ali did a 450 and gets the win. We have Matt Cardona teaming up with the System, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and JDC with Alicia Edwards to verse Dark State, Dion Lennox, Sugars, Coulter James, and RSS Griffin. Pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. Dark State did a hell of a job. System was doing a good job. Matt Cardona did a good job. I think the System just turned good. They were high-fiving the fans when they're walking down the aisle. So the winner of that match was the System and Matt Cardona. Good job for them, getting the win. And now we got Indy Hartwell reversing Tessa Blanchard. These ladies went all out, man. They destroyed each other. Because they were best friends and now they're enemies. I don't think Victoria got involved, but it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. The winner of that match was Indy Hartwell. She gets her first win in a first ever Slammiversary. She gets the win, and she was about to have an interview with Gia Miller. But ladies and gentlemen, Gia Miller wants Tessa Blanchard attack Indy Hartwell. And Gia tried to get herself involved and try to pull her off. But Tessa said, "Don't touch me." And Gia tried again. And then Tessa Blanchard attacked Gia Miller. And she's not a wrestler. So, and ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of people are trying, Tessa Blanchard was squishing the face of Gia Miller's face into the steel steps, attacking her. And then you see security guards, referees, even Mafia Ripford trying to get Tessa off of her. Even Indy Hartwell, but she was recovering from the attack. So we haven't seen Gia Miller since, because she got attacked. And we heard that Santino just made an announcement before the main event that Tessa Blanchard will be suspended. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the history making winner take all. The NXT Women's Championship, Jacy Jayne versus the TNA Knockouts Champion, Masha Slamovich, for both titles. Remember, NXT already has one TNA World title, and that's the TNA World Championship. Will NXT get another one? Masha told Xia Brookside and Lee that she wants to do this match by herself, but she knows that Fatal Influence will be in the corner of Jacy Jayne. I thought it was a pretty decent match, but Fatal Influence wouldn't start getting herself involved. But at the last time they did, they got attacked by Xia Brookside and Lee. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and your new TNA Knockouts World Champion, Jacy Jayne, is the new champion. And TNA loses another championship to NXT. We have Leon Slater versus Moose for the X Division Championship. Slater was getting destroyed by Moose. He was doing a lot of high-flying moves. Near fall after near fall for Slater. But the winner of that match and your new TNA X Division Champion, Leon Slater, getting the win. And ladies and gentlemen, Moose handed the championship to Slater and gave him some respect. And Moose is not the only one that gave Leon Slater the respect. The first ever TNA X Division champion, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, showed up with his old TNA theme song and his Titantron. AJ Styles showed up and he had a lot of great words to say about Leon Slater. I thought he was going to attack him and get an X Division Championship match, but that didn't happen. He's give him respect. He give him his flowers because Leon Slater is the youngest X Division champion now. Let's see how his reign will go. We will see. We have the Hardys, Matt and Jeff versus the Nevitts, Nick and Ryan versus the Rascals. Zachary Wentz, Trey Miguel was injured, so he couldn't make it to this match. So Myron Reed replaced Trey Miguel. And we have First Class, AJ Francis and KC in a four-way tag team match, in a ladder match. I thought it was a pretty decent match. They destroyed ladders. They were attacking each other with chairs. Oh my God, it was crazy. It was crazy. But at the end, because of the rope ladder, Jeff Hardy brought a rope ladder to help him to win the TNA World Tag Team titles. The Hardys is the new champions. But ladies and gentlemen, Bully Ray comes out. And he said a whole bunch of things, but the main thing, he issued a match, a challenge, one more time. The Hardys versus Team 3D. D-Von wasn't there, but he issued to them one more time. Hardys versus the Dudley Boys at Bound for Glory. Will it happen? We have no idea. Let's see what this Carlos Silva will do. He's not really in a happy mood, guys. He's not really happy that he lost the Knockouts Championship. Trick is holding the NXT title until the main event. We have the main event. Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. And of course, Frankie Kazarian, the guy that can't win the world title. The fake king of TNA. Because he can't win the world championship. So he has a kiss butt, the world champion, saying he's the best. Was on commentary. But ladies and gentlemen, Joe Hendry was about to win the match until Frankie Kazarian pulled out the referee. And you see Tom getting so angry, he stand up and he called him the son of a beep. He was mad at Frankie, but Frankie got kicked out from ringside because of the referee. And then Trick Williams looks like he got injured. So we got Mike Santana and Joe Hendry fighting each other. Mike Santana did his discus clothesline twice. And then here comes Trick Williams, throws Mike Santana out of the ring and steals the win. And still your champion, TNA World Champion, Trick Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two NXT stars holding two TNA World Championships. What in the world is TNA going to do? What is TNA going to do now? They do have some titles still. They got the International. They got the Knockouts Tag Team titles. They got the Tag Team titles for the men's. They still have titles. But the World Championships, the titles that's supposed to, that everybody wants, is now on NXT. And if you want that title, you had to go to NXT. The champions don't have to show up on TNA anymore because they're on NXT. They had to go on their shows. Right? So, what's going to happen here? Like, seriously, now JC Jane has two titles. Trick Williams has one of their titles. I was surprised that no NXT tag teams came out and issued a challenge to the Hardys and try to take their titles. The Dudley Boys did, but they're WWE's Legends contract people, so it doesn't really matter for that. But yeah, and they have the X Division title too. I totally forgot that title. But they have the X Division title. They have a couple of titles still in the TNA, but their main titles, the world titles, is on NXT now. So NXT adds more titles to the titles that needs defending. Oh man, that's interesting. But I don't know what TNA is going to do. How they're going to stop NXT taking their titles from them if their wrestlers can't not beat the NXT stars. Well, remember, the TNA stars lost because of the cheating ways of Trick Williams and Miss JC Jane. Maybe they need a wrestler that does the same thing and don't have no feelings that they can't do it. They need people that could do it. Like Mance Warner, but I don't think he's going to win the world title. But Steve Macklin. Imagine Steve Macklin versus Trick Williams. I don't know what Santino's going to do, man. He could make world title matches. It's just, who is he going to put Trick Williams against? Masha could get a rematch. But can Masha handle the Fatal Influence again? Jordan Grace could have a shot at NXT, but she has a problem with Blake Monroe. So, I have no idea what's going to happen here. I really don't. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow, it is Monday. I'm filming this at midnight. But I will see you guys tomorrow on Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. We will see you guys on that time. So yeah, that's all me today. Time is out. Bye.